As I said in the previous episode, I will need a lot of iron for my contraptions. So for that I do that 2 villager breeders, which are produce a lot of villagers until I finish the walls of the village. I choose to use polished tuff, and that spot it's look good for it. Now is the time to make a way to transport the villagers to the farm, and I run out of rails, close to the future farm. The last night I succeed to catch a zombie. You can see it in the tutorial about that farm, I leave you a link in the description. I finished the iron farm and that I start to make some iron, but I wouldn't stop here. I will do more 50 farms like that in that little area. So for that I will need a lot of name tags. So my beginning strategy will be to go in mineshaft searching for name tags. I found a spawner of spiders, which is a very good thank you. Okay, so I hope we found a golden apple, flame, I don't know what's that. That's something new, I didn't know about that enchant. And here, channeling, but I'm looking for name tags. And here is a minecart with the first name tag, very good. And here is another spider spawner and it's very close to the other one, so it could be a good future project. And here we found diamonds. It's more, not just one, more. We get 5 diamonds, even more diamonds, 10 diamonds, that's good. And here is a minecart, lack of sea, it's okay. For the design of that all iron farms I want to use quartz. I know it's very expensive at the beginning, but I will figure out how I will get a double chest of smooth quartz for design, because that will be a huge project. We start with a diamond pickaxe and I need some obsidian. That will take a lot of time. Then we build our first portal and we turn it on. And we go for the first time in the nether. And we are in a basalt delta, somewhere attack us. And we beat it. And we start to collect the quartz. I found a bastion with a brute, so I think it's not a good idea to go there just with a simple diamond armor. And also I get some quartz, but considering that I need 4-piece quartz for each block and I didn't get too much in the last minutes, I think that's not the best idea to gather a full large chest of quartz. So I need another plan for the quartz. A better idea will be to trade with my villagers for it. So I have to establish somewhere a trading station. I managed to prepare the space for the villagers and I go with the first villager inside the village. And we place it inside her place. Place the roof, remove the minecart, and why he didn't take the job? And he take it, good. Now I will bring the rest of the villagers. I move the villagers and now is the time to collect some clay and sell it to my villagers. I finally upgrade all the villagers for that quartz trade. But my little problem is that I don't like to mine clay from the river, so I need another source of emeralds for the quartz trade. So I'm thinking about a new trade with the armorer. The trade wherein I could sell iron for emeralds. I have that iron farm which are produce a lot of iron, so I could sell 4 pieces of iron for 1 emerald, which is a good trade and will be a good source to gather the ore quartz which I will need for the 16 iron farms which I will build here. I don't waste any time, so I start to work on that. That's the first villager, and you Mr. Villager are the last one. To upgrade all of that villagers we require a lot of emerald. But from my potato farm I have lots of potato, so for that I bring a farmer to be my first source of emeralds. And I start to upgrade my villagers, and that's the trade which I need. That will be a long journey, because lots of the villagers didn't have the iron trade, so it need to be replaced. I replaced almost 15 villagers and the problem is also here. After I change almost 30 villagers, I managed to got all the villagers with the iron trade. So from now, all the emeralds which I get I will go into the quartz production. I meet with a wandering trader inside my fortress, but my question is how it can go inside. I have walls around the entire village, not a single zombie managed to go inside it, or a skeleton or anything. How that wandering trader go inside? Leave me a comment about it if you know how the wandering trader go inside through that walls. I sealed all the caves and any possible location where a zombie can go inside it. Also the quartz production are work well. After I finish to establish the quartz production, I have to make the next layer of that iron farm, which will be with 14 blocks above that one. The night is coming and I succeed to prepare the place for the zombie, and there is more than one. I try to attract that up here and beat some of that. That was close, and I try again, and we succeed to catch it, so we can rename it, break the trapdoor, and sealed it with a block. Now I could go to sleep. And the second farm is done. Now I just have to connect it with hoppers to the other one, because if the golem are fall down there will influence that farm and I didn't want that. Now that the second farm is finished, I could start to work on the design. For my build I need smooth quartz, so for that I have to establish a little smelting area. I will not make something too big, so I will do it just with 4 furnaces. As a source of fuel I will use lava. So I could finally smelt my quartz into smooth quartz. To make the things easier, I make a hopper line from the iron farm to the quartz production area, so that could save some time. We got some quartz, so I could finally start to work on the structure, which I tried to make it as tight as possible. It started to take shape, but now we need something to hold on that huge quartz corner. Until that moment it looked great, but it's bigger than the corner, so I have to work on a special roof in that shape. I finished the outer frame and it became huge. I almost used an entire chest of quartz for that, so that entire project which I will do here will require a lot of more material than I thought. For the design I want to use something blue with orange, so I will choose Pectice, but for that I need Seal Touch. I have a great source of emeralds, so I will try to buy it from villagers. The space is ready, now it's just the time to bring the villagers inside it. They give me just efficiency and unbreaking, so I try to get the Seal Touch with the librarian. Curse of Vanish, it's not good. Mending from 16 emeralds, that's a very good trade and I can't say no. So we got Mending, before Seal Touch of course. After an hour later, finally we got the Seal Touch. I think to combine 4 pickaxes with efficiency 1 and unbreaking 3, to get efficiency 3 and unbreaking 3, and then I place the Seal Touch on that. So we have a good pickaxe to collect Pectice, and with that piece I fill up my entire inventory, so we could go home. By looking at that empty space, I think we can add some more little details here. Yeah, that's look much better, and now is the time for the ice. With that ice, it start to take shape, and now is the time for the concrete. I was never that high in my world, and the landscape are look beautiful. That will be a risky jump. I'm back to work, and with that sheep, I make 5 orange wool farm. Finally, I finished the first building. I make it as thin as possible, so I have to remove some parts of the farm, and it was a hard thing because the farm are running and there are some iron golems everywhere where I work, and that was a hard work. But for the other ones, first I will do the building, and after I have the building I will do the farms inside it, so it will be much easier for me. That's the 4th one. The second tower, it's done. I'm a bit in a weird situation. Successfully trap a zombie there down, but it's a lot of creepers around it and everywhere is creepers. I have a name tag, so it's okay, but somehow I have to give the name tag to the zombie and also didn't blow out the entire situation. I try to be as close as I can to the zombie. I risk a lot here because it could be the end of the series if a creeper are behind the zombie. There is a zombie. Can I give the name to that? I give the name. Perfect. I'm out of here. And hopefully the creeper will despawn. I go as far as I can and look to that gorgeous landscape, hoping that the creepers will despawn. And as I see the creeper are despawned. Perfect. I hope all of them are despawned. I did not see any creepers, so I think it's okay. And somehow I successfully blocked the zombie. The third pillar is done, and I realized that I will do something much larger with more farms and more other buildings inside it. So unfortunately I didn't have time to do all of that things in just the second episode. I have almost 300 days on that world, and I think I have other priorities for the beginning because my armor is not the best, I didn't have too good items, so the building of the 24 iron farms will be for another episode when I have better tools, armors and other important things. The last thing in that episode will be to choose a good armor for my armorers. From that villager I think I will buy the leggies with protection 3 and unbreaking 3, and some shoes with projectile protection and feather falling 2. From that one the helmet with protection 2 and aqua affinity, and also the chest plate with protection 2 and unbreaking 2. And now we got a better armor with good enchants. And now that's our better armor with enchant. Click here.